Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. A little midday money on Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is. November 1st. There you go. Welcome on into the show. Like, subscribe, ring the bell here. Max Wager, winning free picks. Welcome on into the show. BetMGM, if you haven't already, we got a promo code. Risk-free bet up to a nice dime. Although it's never risk-free when you bet my NFL because the Browns take care of business. Doggy outright last night. Continuing our winning ways in football. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. All the picks are posted there if you're on the Twitter universe. And why not talk about our free picks today? Baseball rain out yesterday. I'm still rolling the same Ruby props, although they've gone up a little bit. Tucker, 185. Yuri, 180. Harper, 165. Remuto, 190. In the video, we are plus 32.20, crushing baseball in the video. And as you know, we have started the series. Harper Pena MVPs, Astros in 5, Astros in 6 for $4 a pop. NBA winner last night here. We cashed out 5 and 6 minus 135 now. Suns for today. And 5 and 1 with my NBA on the premiums. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'll take that start. Again, not as voluminous. Is that a word? We don't really throw out like college hoops or baseball with our NBA, but we'll take a 5-1 start. We'll hold on to that 5-1. Hockey, 3 and 2 in the video, plus $1. We got the Canucks today, plus 105. So we'll see how Vancouver holds up for us today. NFL, college football. NFL, again, not great in the video. 23 and 22. It's funny. 23 and 22, but yeah, we're 64 and 34 with our premium action there. College, 35 and 27 plus 790. And do I have my college written down? 81, 84, and 75 with the premium. So maybe a little better here in the video. Oh, it's probably right around the same, but it is what it is. Teaser Tuesday. Colts, Bears, Falcons here, and Volunteers, the Cougars, and LSU in college football for the teaser people. We got to give a shout out to Dre. Said Detroit to cover. Pistons almost pulled out another outright upset last night. So, Dre, if you come in today, well, you're getting the shout out right bright and early here. 3 minutes into the show, you get your props, and we'll jump into the conversation. See how everybody's doing today, because it's going to be a short one. Not a lot going on as usual. I know there's Maction. I don't have a Maction pick up here, but we'll talk about it. Colby, welcome. Appreciate you coming in. Here we go. Locking in with the King. Under nets last night. Yes, got there. Take it. Take that winner, King D. The Nets could not hold on. Like, they did not cover their regular number, right? Would it get to 7.5? They didn't cover that? I believe so. I don't know. I'll have to double check on those.
It was 8.5, and no, Indiana covered that one.
It was 8.5, huh? Wow. Did it open up shorter or get long? I know they didn't cover. I wasn't sure.
I got it at 8.5 the night before, so.
All right, so basically it's pretty much stayed the same there, huh?
Pretty much stayed the same. And Indiana almost came back. They were close for a little bit in that fourth quarter.
Yep. Listen, take the cover. I know people want to run and bet, and I get it. People love, I mean, you know, Tim Craig was like, oh, NBA, people love betting the NBA. How the heck? I mean, Sacramento down double digits at the half, big third quarter. I mean, right, never in doubt. Doggy out right there, I guess, you know. But they were actually a favorite yesterday. They went off as a fave.
Yeah, they were right. A fave. That was one of the tricky lines. I saw a 1-5 team at minus money. I'm like, ooh, I should have gone after that one. I didn't.
Yep.
Yeah, people love to bet NBA. I know you got your 5-1. A lot of people, oh, how do you bet so much? I've already bet 85 games this year.
In NBA?
I've already had 85 plays up on the site already.
For NBA?
Yeah, 44 and 41 up 45. But I've had some nice winners with like Detroit money line the other night. I had the 395 Oklahoma City with you. There's some dogs that I would take the points and the spread and the money line just to try to boost me up if it cashes outright. But
It's a,
Yeah, I
I
have
mean,
a bunch of plays already.
I had the Raptors yesterday. Was my premium play, so
I
that
had
got there.
Raptors as well.
So I was happy with
They won
that.
by 30.
Yeah, the Jazz. Again, I could have came in, took the Jazz there. I said Jazz in the chat.
I was on Memphis. I was running a little bit of a thing where if two teams play against each other 2 straight games, whoever wins the first one, I take the opposite side the second one, and it's been hitting. Obviously,
Except for the Clippers.
yeah, I didn't bet I did not. The only
That was when
times
we were
I
like,
didn't
stay away from that one.
The only times I did not bet those games were when teams were 8+ or more favorites that I had to go back after they lost.
Yeah.
So I did not back the Clippers in that case. I didn't back the T-Wolves earlier in the year against the Spurs, and I didn't back the Nets last night. Actually, I went against my thing last night with the Nets because I do not trust them.
Yeah, and here they are again today. A little favor over the Bulls.
Nope, Bulls money line. Let's do it.
And I like the Suns. This line. It was 4 when I did the video. Then it went up to 5. Now it's down to 3.5.
I would take Minnesota.
I put the Suns in just because I did another free pick video with them, so I had to add them in here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, 4 games, I'm not even gonna put anything in the chat normally. But
correct. I would lean towards Minnesota at this point, but mainly
exactly.
NBA plays. I got the Bulls, I got the Heat, and I got the Thunder. That's what I'm rolling with today.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? Did you great? My Maction. Okay, so the Kent line. I still think Kent covers this one. I don't know. It's 7. Not really loving. And I know I was going to run in and say this takeovers here. Again, that was last year. I'm not running a. Did you bet every over last year? Are you up? Whatever. If they went 7-1 last year, did you bet all 8 of those? Do you have that? 650 or whatever plus money. You got that set aside for just the MAC trends. I do like Kent State, but part of me is like at this number, I want to take Ball State. I'll take the dog here, and I'll take the home dog in the other game as well. I bet Ohio. I got it on the site. That's my premium. Bobcats. I kind of like the under as well. Tomorrow, probably the Huskies. I didn't bet anything for tomorrow. I look at this, I kind of like the Bowling Green team, but I more like them. Probably on the road, I'd play them. Again, tomorrow's games, I'm not betting it because it's the MAC and it's on TV. Then we have Thursday games. Nothing. None of these games really jumped to me. Duke Sword I like because that was an early line. I think it opened at like 6 or 7. It shot up right away. BC, again, that's biased towards BC because they just lost to UMass, I guess, or Connecticut, whoever the heck they just played. Some bad team.
They lost outright to UConn. We had UConn plus 9.
I was going to say UConn or UMass, one of them. I remember you said you had them. You were like, they're up 10. It was like 10-0 early or something. Again, so the weekday games, I bet one weekday game. I'm sure people are going to want to bet every one. Michael, good morning. Good night for you yesterday. Excellent. I had a good day. I went 2-0 yesterday. I had my NBA and my NFL both cash, so I'm happy. All right, NBA bet of your life. Kings, Raptors over, Pacers, Nets under, Sixers, Pistons. 16 parlay paid 45-40. Colby. All right, now here's the thing. Don't get carried away on that. So whatever that parlay was, put the same amount on it. I have no idea how it paid 45-40, whether it was $10, $25, $5.
I'm pretty sure the odds were plus 45-40. So those were the odds for it.
Yeah. I'm just saying. So whatever you bet on it, I'm saying.
Yeah, correct.
It said it paid 45-40. So I'm guessing. I'm saying whatever his bet was to get 45-40. If you want to do another one, don't. I think people get in the trap of, "Hi, I just won X amount of dollars. I'm going to up my parlay. This is so easy. This is so easy to do parlays." And what I really like about this, Colby, for you. You got no money lines in here. You said, I think the Kings are going to win. I think the Sixers are going to win. I like the dog Pacers. I like the dog Pistons. A lot of times people come in and be like, favorite. It'll be all money line faves minus, oh, Alabama's laying 13. We'll just lay lay that big number. Lay the money lines. Kudos here. Kudos on a nice payday. Dogs and favorites, overs and unders. Good mix. Excellent win. Bulls money line, Astros money line. Do not love the line movement in the Astros game. Well, that's just because you get an extra day of rest there for the bullpen. You're going to get Suarez and Syndergaard piggybacking maybe as opposed to somebody out of bullpen. The line's going to come down. That's I don't mind that. I still like the Astros. Jazz just beat Memphis twice in a row. Ray Reddington in the house. Ray, where have you been? Where have you been, Ray? Where have you been? Here we go. Lock of the day. Ray. Lock. Stemco to score. Tampa Bay plus 130. New York Islanders. Team total over 3.5. I missed it, Nico. Why the Canucks tonight? So this Canuck line just looks a little odd to me. So you have the Devils, right, looking pretty good. 6-3 squad versus a 2-5 team. Why are Vancouver basically not? I mean, this was plus 105 yesterday. I seen plus $1, maybe even a small fave here. And it's a good spot for the Devils, right? First game of the road trip would where you want to maybe jump on a team, right? They're going to come out focus. It's game one. I don't know. For me, this is a opposite play. Give me the Canucks. It's just that simple to me. I think everybody will be betting the Devils on face value. I don't go by face value. I go by the odds. And the odds here tell me Vancouver, maybe even a Vancouver puck line if you want to get cray-cray. Last week, had 1-2 Mac are under 8-1. What does this miss? Half Mac games to the under? Or Mac on Saturday this past week, the Mac games went under? Yeah, Suarez on the hill. It's still Suarez. I said from day one, I thought the Astros had the best pitching. I thought they were number one and Cleveland was number two. Nolan Wheeler, fine. Little drop off after that. Got to take the Heat today. Warriors laid 6 at open 7.5. Should have come back to Warriors 3 or 4 instead. Open +1 Warriors this line. Take the Heat. I'm sorry. This line opened at 7.5. Is that right?
Look at the next comment. He was referring to the last game.
Next comment. Come on, Mike. Stop confusing me here. What are you doing to me? 8-2. So last year the Macs were 8-2 under, or last week half Mac are 8-2. So the Mac went under last week. I'm leaning under both Max games for prime time and first day of Max. They go higher than solely for the QB at home. I do, yeah. I like. Well, you also have what's it here? Who are they playing? Buffalo. So Buffalo's off a game where I think they just got 6 turnovers. All right, you win 4 in a row. A couple backup quarterbacks. A 6 turnover game, you still only win by a touchdown. I mean, I think Toledo is the best team in the MAC. So you kind of steal that one. You know, just give me the dog here. I'll take the dog in this one. Kind of close games in the past. 27-26 last year. Bobcats. So the Devils line flipped 3 times on FanDuel. Yeah, plus or minus back forth. Again, and let me ask you, Mr. Nico, I'm sure you're thinking Devils are easy money today, right? They're 6-3 and the Vancouver Canucks are 2-5. Whenever it looks that good, it's not. The last 2 weeks, 8-2 to the under in the MAC. I got you. Okay. Yeah, Miz, you can't you're breaking up like what the heck's going on here? So last 2 weeks, MAC games are 8-2 to the under. Well, see, that's more of a trend I would look at more than last year's games we saw on TV. And again, I like the under anyway, before even knowing they were 8-2 to the under their last 10 games in recent history, these teams. And that's just more looking at the scores and how they played. I kind of like the under. So FanDuel's known for glitching. Oh, the old FanDuel. The best thing about that thing is they put up early lines, and boy, they're always off. You jump in early at FanDuel with your early lines, bro. You can pick up extra points all the time. All the time. So yeah, so Maction today, I guess I would lean dogs and unders. NBA, I got the Suns here, but I'm kind of I do kind of like Minnesota. The line has moved since I did this video last night that I did with Lenny taking the Suns there, but I got to stick with it. I hate, you do stuff ahead of time, and then by the time the games come around, it's different. I couldn't come in here and say take Minnesota when you turn on picks parlays, see a free pick with me saying another thing, and then you get, oh, this guy gives up both sides. But I had to add it to the chat because that's just the right thing to do. I mean, I guess I could put none here, but whatever. You're going to get the truth out of me. Any NBA locks today? I don't have an NBA lock. Do not. The lines today are 2, 1, 3, and 3.5. Where's the lock in a pick'em game, in coin flip games? Tell me. Maybe you're better than me. I don't. I look at it. I see games like this, and even if there was 20 games, these four wouldn't. If really any of these would probably be a dog money line play. To be honest, if I was going to look at one of these things. Hey Tim, take over here. It's the hospital.
No. Good morning. I would never call. I would never call them locks. I am personally on the Heat, the Bulls, and the Thunder today. That's why I'm looking at it. And then I also lean towards Minnesota at this point. Bulls, I'm fading Brooklyn because Brooklyn's kind of trash. They're on a second leg of a back-to-back. I don't mind the Chicago team. I think they win this one tonight. Oklahoma City's been a very scrappy team this year. I kind of like Oklahoma City against Orlando, who hasn't really done much for me. And then Golden State still hasn't gone to win on the road. They're kind of struggling right now in general. So I'm gonna be grabbing Miami. Whenever you see the Warriors at plus money, you probably shouldn't go after it. So you start looking at college basketball. I looked for lines, and we don't have any just yet. Like there's 0 lines for any teams right now. So once we get lines, maybe. But I have no lines for any of that right now. So Warriors played the Heat at home a few days ago. It was Warriors minus 7.5. Now the Heat are playing the Warriors in Miami. The line is +1. Warriors should be a 3 to 4 3-point home court event. No, it shouldn't. If they're a 7.5, no, because you take the points away from the Warriors. You're saying that in a neutral field, a neutral court, that the Warriors should be a 3 to 4 point favorite on a neutral court. So in Miami, no, it should be a 1. That's how it should be. So, no, I think this line is probably right. I like Miami in this game. Yo. What's up, James? Welcome. People, if you want to lock, Home Depot has a nice lock section. Also, if you go to Walmart, I believe they have locks for a lot cheaper than Home Depot. So if you're interested in locks, the Home Depot is definitely Home Depot is a good option, but Walmart's a cheaper option for any of you guys on a budget. My lock do not play NBA today. Yeah, he won't lose money if you don't play it. You won't win money either. Higgs just picked up my Pac-12 notes for college basketball.
waiting like a little kid for Christmas. I'm excited for some college basketball. There's already some plays I'm looking at, but I'm already looking at some games. I'm just waiting for lines to come out. Like there's plenty of teams that I miss betting. Like the teams a lot of people don't hear about. Your Merrimacks, your St. Francis PAs, your VMIs. I'm excited. Your Northern Arizonas, your Jacksonville, who's in the middle of Georgia? I believe they're in Georgia. Not even. Your Niagara, your Columbia, like those teams. The Morehead State. Come on, I'm excited for some college basketball. I'm ready for it. Good morning. Checking in. Want lean towards Nets to cover. No, thank you. No, thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Higgs. I like Golden State. Lost 2 straight games. Any thoughts? I'm on the Heat. Higgs is away from he's on the phone for a minute. So he's not here at the moment, but I like the Heat today. I do. Any thoughts on college football? You took Buffalo -2.5. I personally lean Buffalo. I know Higgs likes Ohio. He leaned that way at least. So we're kind of on opposite sides of that one, but I don't mind Buffalo today. That would be my side. You have Pac-12, Big 10, Big 12, Big 10, ACC, Sun Belt so far. We'll finish up the rest between now and Thursday. Hey. Highly recommend. If you want to make money in college basketball this year, I would highly recommend not going after the big conferences. No Pac-12, no ACC, no Big 10, no Big 12. You got to look at the smaller conference, the American, the ASUN, the A10, the Big East, the Big South, the Big Sky, like Ohio Valley, Mississippi Valley. Missouri Valley, the MAC, the MEAC, the Metro. Like you got to look at some of the other ones, the Ivy League, the Horizon League, Conference USA. You got to look at the other conferences if you want to make money. That's just my recommendation because not a lot of people follow those conferences. A lot of people will follow the bigger conferences. Just my recommendation. James finds the locks funny. There you go. Keeping it classy with Tim. Higgs is here. He's behind the scenes right now. He's on the phone with people. So it's me for right now. How do I feel about Marquette this year? I need to really take a dive deep into it to see exactly where they are. They're in the Big East. That I remember. They don't play game 1. They don't play the first day. Interesting. Do they play game 2? Big East. They do not. They don't play for the first couple of days. Wow, they don't. Do they not play in the Big East? Marquette plays in the Big East. Yeah, there they are. The first game is against Central Michigan on the 10th. You guys have to wait for a little while. I don't mind them. They'll be. The thing is, I like Providence still. Seton Hall is going to be good. Creighton's going to be good. So you got to be careful with some teams. Xavier's going to be good. Nova's going to take a step down because they lost their 7-year guy or whatever, Gillespie. He's in Denver now. But when it comes to Marquette, I think they'll be about mid-pack. I think that's about accurate for Marquette this year in the Big East. Although Big East is a conference that you could definitely make some money working with. So definitely a conference that I don't mind. Higgs, what do you think about Marquette this year? And you work better if you're not muted.
I had to mute on because I was on the phone. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. No. I like I said, I had to get to really dive into the college basketball season. I'm a little behind with. Yeah. Like I said, so I was in the hospital. I got my dad's in the hospital. I got to go in for a surgery, so I got a lot going on. So I haven't rushed into college hoops. So that's why I was like, I see the college hoops talk. I'm like, oh man, I got to really get on it because I have all my printout. I'm ready. I have my book with my college. You know, I started, but I'm like, I can't. I'm not ready to do a show yet. I mean, I'm running out of time too. I gotta. What is it?
Starts in 6 days.
Monday, right? Monday the 7th.
Yep, Monday, and we get a lot of games on Monday.
Yeah. I got 3
I'm
pages
already
of
ready
lines.
for. I'm already for. Let's see what's LIU in Utah at 11 o'clock at night.
I mean, there's 100-something games.
Oh my God, there is a lot. There's like 130 games day one.
Yeah, and on day
We're gonna
2,
get yelled at for having 30 plays up on the site. And then the problem with Monday having so many games is the NBA decided, all right, on Monday we're gonna load up and have every single team play because nobody's playing on the 8th.
And yeah, and on the 8th for college basketball, there's 8 games.
Yeah,
That's all right. I don't have to worry about NBA on Monday the 7th.
correct. I'll have a couple plays, but we're gonna be absolutely loaded up, and it starts at noon, and
Yeah.
it goes all day long. The only thing I'm disappointed in is East Carolina doesn't play until Tuesday. They play Mercer on Tuesday. But I'm excited for some basketball this year.
I got that as basically a pick 'em.
ECU and Mercer?
Yeah.
Lines haven't come out yet. I've been checking every day.
Mercer outright. Take Mercer.
Probably. I might go to the game. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy, the amount of games here. Tulsa, Oregon State, your midnight madness. Back to the chat here. Sorry about disappearing for a bit, everybody. Murray State, IUPUI. Who's IUPU guy? I wrote that. Man.
Yeah, we were talking about how we can make money in the smaller conferences, not the bigger conferences.
Yeah, well, you're always going to have the marquee games. The lines are always going to be spot on sharp. So I'm always a smaller conference kind of guy. Ryder Howard, Rice Owls. Locking in with the Kings says Wagner. Coppin State was a cover machine last year. Coppin was good last year. 2 college football day. Lean Buffalo over and Ken over, of course. I'm on the 2 opposites, Kim. Give me the unders. Stroh's Phillies.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Coppin State like in the MEAC championship game last year and then lost to Norfolk?
Oh, who knows?
Because I remember Coppin State getting really, really close to the bracket. I will say Coppin State did make the baseball bracket last year. I remember that because they played in the Greenville Regional, but they were very close to making it to basketball.
Coppin State's last game was against Norfolk, and they got ran out 72-57.
And that was the MEAC championship game.
Had to be, because on the 3rd, they lost to... No, couldn't have been.
Yeah, it was.
No, because the game before that was March 3rd, and they lost to Morgan, and then they lost to Norfolk on March 12th. Unless they had a bye week or something. They just played one. They didn't play any game. They played one game in the
Norfolk beat hold on. Where is it? Where the heck?
I don't know if Coppin was a good cover team last year because their last 11 games they went 3-8.
Well, they were always humongous dogs as well.
Yeah, they were 16-12 covering last year. Norfolk 15-8. They were 16-12-1 covering.
Oh, they lost to it was Morgan State? It was Norfolk State and Morgan State last year, I guess.
Yes.
There it is. Okay. I messed up on that one.
How about Delaware State, 2-25 overall record, but 13-11 ATS.
Yeah, you gotta look at teams that are going to cover. That's where the money is. I don't care who wins.
We gotta get back to Dave here. Dave, I do like the Astros' first 5. I like them for the game as well. Houston. You think 1/4 of those teams are from Texas? The Big Mac, Big Ten, Big Sky, Big East, Big Burrito. We're talking all the smaller schools. They play here in Katy. I think the SWAC plays their conference championship game near me. Marquette come off pitiful and upsetting postseason display. Upsets in hockey day from Sean says Montreal Kraken and Blackhawks. Let's go to some hockey. I was about to say, man, I was like, why don't I know any of these teams are playing? I'm thinking the NBA has like 4 games, and there's a full slate of hockey. So Montreal over Minnesota. Why not? We're going to take a plus $2 dog. Getting wild with Terry won't be happy, but I understand taking a $2 dog. Seattle Kraken versus the Flames. Another 190 dog there. I like it. See, I don't mind if you're going to fire on 3 $2 dogs, right? Where's the Blackhawks? They're a home of 170 dog. Not terrible. I'm not going to say no to taking these. You know, you need one. You go 1 and 2. You're basically breaking even. Lex, you know how we roll. McCullers 4 or 5 strikeouts. What are we thinking for today? I'm going to say, I don't know what we're saying for this strikeout for McCullers. I'm going to say over strikeouts. Yeah, he's got, I don't know. They're sending him back. The surgery's for me. I'm going in for the surgery. So my old man's freaking indestructible, that guy. Pancreatic cancer, the hips, hearts, whatever. That he'll survive nuclear winter. But he's doing all right. He's just getting a little, the memory's going a little bit. He's getting a little, old, whether dementia or just old age. I don't know. He's definitely enough games for Alex Parlay on college basketball when there's 107 of them. Does ECU have a decent basketball team? Listen,
No, they're projected to finish last in the American.
They're a dog to Mercer.
Are they actually a dog, or you just have them as a pick 'em?
I got him as a dog. We'll see what the line is.
Dog to Mercer. Ouch.
Yes.
Okay, this year's going to be painful. Got it.
What day do they play in 24 hours in one day? That's the 7th. Remember, they used to do the 24 hours of NBA. I remember watching because they'd have like St. Peter's would play at like 4 a.m. It would be crazy. I love that on ESPN. Now they start at noon. Noon Monday. ECU football and b-ball. Stay away from the baseball team or basketball. Bregman hit, Harper hit. What are the odds here, Miss Sneaky? You can't just throw out. Yeah, do I think Bregman will get hit? Yeah, I do. But if he's minus 240 to get a hit, I'm not laying 240 to get a hit. Come on. You know better than just throw out a hit. Yeah, they'll get a hit. Am I going to lay $2, 2 to 1 that he gets hit? Nope. Sean Austin to the Abs. Hey, you want the Canadians. Copper State was in the playoffs. They were a huge underdog. They cashed first round. Did they cash the first round? I don't know if they just cashed the first round. I just pulled them up.
I think they cashed the first round and then lost in the second round to Morgan State.
Because I have the dates. February 28th. I don't know if that was that couldn't have been a tournament game for them. Maybe it was. Maybe they beat Delaware State in the first round of the playoffs. No, this couldn't have been a playoff game. Or conference playoffs, listen to me.
All right, I pulled up the bracket. So there was 6 teams that were in the tournament. The first round was Florida A&M and Morgan State. Morgan State beat Florida A&M. Yep. Norfolk State beat NC Central to move on. The second round, Morgan State beat Copen State 82 to 21. And Norfolk State got by
could have been 82
to A&T because they tested positive for COVID and they had to forfeit their game.
Hold on. Morgan won 63-59. They didn't beat them 82 to 21. What are you reading?
Morgan beat Copen State 82 to 61.
82-61. All right. You said 82-21. You said
61. Did I say
what day
21?
was that? What day was that? March
12th.
3rd?
March 12th. And this was the 2021 MEAC championship game.
Okay.
Oh. Nope. I got to go to 2022 because it was in 2022. 1 second. I thought it. Never mind. Hold on. I was about to say that didn't sound right. Nope. Championship game was on March 12th. Norfolk State beat won against Copen State 72 to 57, and they won. Because Copen State won against NC Central in the semifinals
Copen State did not play in the first round.
Okay.
Sorry, they did play in the first round. They beat Howard. So Norfolk beat Copen State to get the spot in the bracket.
All right.
There we go. We figured it out. Good work. I was only a year off because I typed in 2021 instead of 2022.
The basketball package. I don't know if I have one up on the Winner Free Pick page yet, but I'll
We got
come
to
up.
talk to Craig to get one up for the entire season.
Yeah, I'll put something up cheap. You know, I'll get a package up. I'll put a link in here, Colby. I'll throw it in the chat, but that'll probably be sometime closer this weekend. I'll email Craig today and have one loaded up there. Yeah, they weren't terrible ATS wise. They were, like we said, what were they, 16-12 or 16-11? They weren't bad. Harper hit, Schwerber hit. Mr. Nika. What are the odds? I think both of these guys can get hits, yes. But if I'm laying 240 for Harper to get a hit, I'm not going to lay 240.
I just got an ESPN alert for
Texas is humongous.
An NFL trade.
Yes.
Hawkinson is going to the Vikings. TJ Hawkinson to the Vikings.
All right, that's not a big deal. It was a tight end, right?
It was one of the better wide receiver, better receiver. Yeah, tight end for the Lions. He did well in Detroit.
Oh yeah, no, I'm waiting for. I'm thinking, are the Broncos going to deal Jerry Jeudy to the Giants? Is he gonna Bradley Chubb going to end up somewhere they could send Bradley Chubb to Miami? You know, that's who the Bears just traded Roquan Smith to Baltimore. I thought it's a great trade for them.
Mm-hmm. What is today the trade deadline?
Yeah, 4:00. So,
oh geez,
all
right.
You know,
Hope
let's just grab. So let's just grab this real fast. So I did bet a couple football games right for this weekend.
Okay,
but there might be some changes coming. You might see some.
Yeah, I probably want to wait until after 4:00 today to make any bets. Oh my god!
And we talked about some of these games the other day, like Buffalo. I said let's take the Bills minus 10.5. That line's 2 touchdowns now.
13. I want to take the Jets.
Well, I get now it's 13 as opposed to 10. Now it's like, Philly was 9. That's 13.
Yeah.
Kansas City was 10. That's 12. Tampa Bay was a pick 'em 1 minus 125. Now that's 3. Colts 6.5. It's down to 5.5.
Oh, that's 5.5 number.
I still like the Colts.
Yeah, I like the Colts outright at 5.5. That 5.5 is a dog number.
Yeah, so we're gonna have, I think, who else? I think we're gonna get some trades in here. So I think, so Minnesota just picked up a guy. Good for them. Line's gonna probably tick up. That's a weird line. I don't understand that Minnesota line over the Redskins there at 3.
Yeah, that seems like a weird line. I probably would be on the Washington Commanders.
Washington, right? I mean,
it's got to be
Detroit's getting 3.5. You got to.
I kind of want to go Detroit.
The Bears were 3, and now it's up to 5. And I still kind of like the Bears.
I kind of was looking. Bears were. Where's Bears? Dolphins. Yeah, I kind of leaned toward. I gave out the under. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm betting it. That's a Bears spot, I think.
And Carolina was 9.5, and somebody on Twitter was like, "Oh, you're taking the Panthers."
Now
I'm like,
7.
I said, if I get double digits, I'll think about it. Yeah, now it's at 7 after that putrid performance. But now you might have a little value on Cincy at a touchdown here, though.
Yeah.
At 10, you're like, I can't go to 10 because again, folks, 9.5 to me, for all intents and purposes, it's 10. You got to win by 10. So 9, it's a double digit dog as far as I'm concerned.
Correct.
Now at a touchdown, now I'm picking up some value here because they played as bad as they looked. Everybody saw them play piss poor. No Chase, who should be back, and Carolina.
Chase is gone for 4 to 6 weeks.
Is he? Oh, all right. I didn't know how long was that for. Okay.
4 to 6 weeks.
Still, listen.
Carolina should have won last week too.
The Bears have beaten Cincy. The Bears. The Browns have beaten them 5 in a row or something like that. So they kind
Something
of
like
have their
that.
little number, they kind of play.
I had the Browns last night.
I still kind of lean towards Cincy here at a touchdown. Again, based on a poor performance, they're going to work out whatever, get T. Higgins more involved, obviously. Mixon's not going to run for 30 yards. And Carolina, the hype's on Carolina like, oh, look at this. We should have won that game. Well, okay, coulda, woulda, shoulda. You didn't. You're still 2-6. Again, at 7, a little more value there. Arizona, Seattle was +3. They basically down to a pick 'em. Rams are now from a pick 'em to a +3. The Kansas City game, although the Baltimore line has come down. Interesting. Everything's bigger in Texas. Yeah, it's enormous here. It's crazy. Taking a 14 parlay. K-State over K-State. That would be Kansas State. This is Kent State over and Ohio under. I'll say okay to those, sure. Curry for here we go. No limit. Mr. NBA, my guy. How you been? Curry for 30. Anthony Edwards on his line at 22.5. Listen, I could do Curry 30. I remember opening day, he was at 22.5. Tim, was that? I think I put that out. It was like 22.5 in game 1. 22.5 points for Steph Curry. And I think the guy should just pencil in 30 every game. And I think in a game where it might be kind of close, where, again, it's a pick 'em, he's going to be on the floor. I could do both of these with you. Parlay with McCullers, 4+ strikeouts, 236. There you go. All right. Now he's got some money involved here, so I know we're talking about Mr. Nika. Can't take Canucks over the Devils. Got to go Devils here. Yeah, I understand. It's just, to me, though, a pick 'em, fishy. It smells like fish. It's stinky. Like a salmon on a hot rock on a jetty. PU. Don, 3-0 yesterday. Browns, Bucks under, Raptors. Good call. We'll take it. We will take it. Who had the Bucks under? We said that yesterday in the chat. Tim's raising his hand.
I had it at 229 and dropped all the way to 224. It would have hit anyway.
Excellent. Take that 3-0, Don. We like it. Trey Mancini, 0 hits, +120. Cash it. Yeah, he's been terrible. Big X is in the house. Where's this guy been? Where you been? My Jersey brethren. Houston feels under. Both teams have been hitting on the fence. I kind of get it, right? Especially when you got weak pitchers on the hill. But I'd still kind of want to go under here, right? What's the temperature in Philly? 40s, cold. Still raining up there. That's under weather. King Dave, my team and I are a huge KBO Korean baseball. KBO, really? Korean World Series? Kiwoom Heroes? All right, listen. We get into soccer, Korean baseball. I can't. It's always nice waking up and cashing, but you know why? That's why if we bet a late game, we just go to bed, bet and forget, and wake up a winner. I can't do 5 a.m. Korean baseball. Spring weather in DC. All right. My buddy was like, it was pouring in Jersey yesterday, a lot of rain. All right. Well, that DC is also a little bit of a drive from Philly. That's a 4-hour difference. I mean, it could be drastically different. Let's pull up a weather report. What's the weather say? Let's go to weather.com. Type in Philadelphia. Cloudy with a chance of gunfire. Let's find some Philly here. Oh my goodness, why can't? There we go. There we go. Why does it come up? All right, so it's going to be 60 degrees tonight. Nice night. You know what? Probably an overplay here now, 7.5. We'll go over. Over. I'm going to lean to the over at 7.5 now. Been out of the country for a little bit. Colombia. There you go. I can't. Listen. No, thank you. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I guess but 5 o'clock for you means having a drink. 5 o'clock for King D means he's waiting for Korean baseball. I don't know. All right, so Tucker Uri Ribbies for the Stros tonight. Harper Romuto for Philly. Suns in the NBA. Canucks in, I should say, on the ice. And our teaser Tuesday picks for those interested in losing money. 3 and 5 minus 350, 3 and 6 minus 480. And again, these 6-point teasers, you got to hit like 75% of them to make money when you're laying the juice here. So be cognizant. We've won 2 in a row in each sport. Colts, Bears, Falcons, Vols, Houston, LSU. You know, I always try to keep it to dogs sometimes or favorites down to pick them, stuff like that. I try not to go through numbers to make a favorite a dog. They're just for fun. I really don't play these, so they are what they are. You see the record for the teasers. People like them. That's why sometimes we roll out on Thursday nights with a player prop. We did it at we had 2 player props yesterday. We hit the Chubb and T. Higgins TDs, right? They were minus 105s or 110s. So we lost the Kareem Hunt. He might be on the move. Kareem Hunt might be being dealt somewhere. He was plus $2 though, so it was a plus $1 night. We'll take it. Again, we just that's just more for the chat. People like to ask those kind of things, like we do first fives and things like that. Yeah, that's having your money work for you when you're sleeping.
I feel that King V. I remember pandemic times betting on and this may sound weird, Chinese League of Legends. So I remember those days where the game started at 2 a.m., 5 a.m., and 8 a.m. And because it was the pandemic, nobody went anywhere. So it's like, well, I guess I could stay up until 4 a.m. to watch a match. Why not?
League of Legends.
Yeah. Yes. And Counter-Strike, which I'm watching right now, which been doing pretty well in. So yes, video games. I got into it during the pandemic and I've just been making money.
And listen, if you can make money on it, I don't want to, I say that whether it be parlays or money line bets, stuff like that, that's fine. It's just not what I do, and don't come in here and broadcast like, oh, we're gonna do this, and this. I don't want to pretend like I know soccer or MMA or Korean baseball. I don't know it. I don't bet it myself. I do some first half stuff now because I'm getting more in the chat, and I'll remember to do it as I'm on the show with you guys. Player props the same, although NBA player props are probably something I'll only probably bring back maybe for the playoffs or some random like that. I cannot do NBA player props. I can't. I don't even NBA regular season. Hi, we're already talking that Kawhi's out for 6 weeks, right? He's on load management. Was that the article I saw?
It was 3 to 4 games or something like that.
3 to 4. I thought it was like 3 to 4 games. I thought it was 3 to 4 weeks or something.
He is still coming back from a torn ACL.
So he's out 3 to 4 games, which in the NBA 3 to 4 games is really like 2 weeks because they play once a week or whatever they play. So he's down for 2 weeks. They're going to work him back. I mean, NBA folks, complete joke. I don't get it. More power. You could win money in the NBA. You got to be totally on the ball right up until tip off to see what the heck these clowns are doing. Anyway, all right, we'll get out of here. Tomorrow is a new day. I know there'll be action. I get it. Just don't bet every over. And not that I want to come in and be like, oh, here we go, like 2 unders tonight, and I come in laughing like people will be in here like, oh my goodness, I can't believe these. At least wait for. You can't wait a day for them to play out. Maybe they go 2-0 tonight. Then you say I'll take it over tomorrow. It looks like it's gonna be more the same. I don't get it. I mean, I understand you want to bet, folks. I say this all the time. A lot of stuff to bet on. Just don't bet it because it's on TV. You're not going to last. I mean, do you pop open a notebook and write down all your bets, or are you just kind of like reloading every couple weeks or months, however long it takes you Come on. Betting on darts? Was he just at a bar with his friends? I play League of Legends, gold player here. I don't even know League of Legends. Jesse, the Iceman. NBA disgust me. Again, for me, it's the who's playing. Like Jesse's, this guy's on. He's on the other side of the world. He's on the other side of the flat Earth map. He's on like the left hand side of the flat Earth map. No, the right hand side of the flat Earth map. Like to wait, and again, being on sites, they want you to put things up early, get them up. How do you don't even know who's playing? How are we betting on this ahead of time? It's noon. It's 1:00 now. I don't know. Not for me. Not for me. Although, hey, I'm 5-1 with my not for me NBA this year, so I'll take it. Plus Money Honey's up next. Apparently, the whiteboard came back. She brought out the whiteboard, Tim. What was that about?
I don't know. I caught the last 5 minutes of the show to put my play in because I was watching the Fury match.
The whiteboard is back. Anyway, all right, we're getting out of here. Oh, we got a couple comments we got here. Play Houston and Buffalo Money. There you go. Astros and the Buffalo Bulls, huh? Or is that the Sabres? King D, have a good one. King D's in the Twitter universe. You can find him. Obviously, he's on YouTube, too. He's got his little YouTube symbol here, so go check out King D. Lock it in with the King. My guy. All right. Me and Tim are out of here. We'll see you tomorrow.